Imagine this. Barcelona's backline, sitting dangerously high, pushing up like they own the pitch, and then boom! Two Chelsea speedsters unleash absolute chaos, leaving defenders eating dust and scrambling back towards their own goal like their lives depend on it. This isn't fantasy, folks. This is about to be reality at Stamford Bridge. Hey Blues family, welcome back to another one. Before we dive deep into this tactical masterclass that's about to unfold, tell me, where in the world are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments below. And if you're as excited as I am about this massive Champions League clash, smash that like button and hit subscribe, because we're about to break down exactly how Chelsea can tear Barcelona apart. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for is almost here. Chelsea versus Barcelona at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. This isn't just another Champions League match. This is a statement game, a chance for redemption, a tactical battle that could define both teams' seasons. Let's talk about where both teams are coming from, shall we? Chelsea have been the definition of inconsistency this season. One day, we're beating the likes of Liverpool and Tottenham away from home, looking like absolute world beaters. The next day, we're drawing 2-2 with Karabakh in Azerbaijan. Yeah, that actually happened on November 5th. It's been frustrating, hasn't it? We all know Chelsea are capable of brilliance, but finding that consistency has been the problem under Enzo Maresca. Now, Barcelona? Oh boy, Barcelona have their own set of problems, and they're big ones. Remember when Hansi Flick took over and everyone thought Barca would dominate Europe again? Well, that dream has turned into a bit of a nightmare this season. They've conceded 16 goals without keeping a single clean sheet in their last 9 matches. 16! That's almost 2 goals per game they're leaking at the back. They lost at home to PSG in the Champions League, got beaten by Real Madrid in El Clasico, and even dropped 3 goals against Club Brugge. For a club of Barcelona's stature, that's embarrassing. Here's my first question for you Blues fans. Do you think Barcelona's defensive crisis is real, or are they just going through a rough patch? Drop your thoughts below. The problem for Barcelona is simple. It's that high line, that ridiculously aggressive, suicidally high defensive line that Hansi Flick refuses to abandon. And you know what? I'm glad he's stubborn about it, because that's exactly what Chelsea can exploit. See, Barcelona lost Inigo Martinez to Al Nassr in the summer, and he was the commander-in-chief of that high line. He marshaled the defence, organised the offside trap, and basically held everything together. Without him, it's been chaos. Pure chaos. Multiple football analysts and even Barcelona's own sporting director Deco have been questioned about this tactical approach. Critics like Dutch legend Ruud Gullit have brutally slammed Flick's tactics, saying you can't win titles playing like that. But Flick? The man is defiant. He's sticking to his guns, insisting that the high line is part of Barcelona's DNA and he won't betray his principles. Great for him, terrible for Barcelona, and perfect for Chelsea. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Cole Palmer. Our magician, our creative genius, has been out since September 20th with a groin injury. The man who makes everything tick for us hasn't kicked a ball in anger for nearly 2 months. It's been brutal watching Chelsea without him. Enzo Maresca said recently that he hopes Palmer can return for this Barcelona game, but honestly, it's touch and go. The club is being very careful with him because they want him fit for the long haul, not just for 1 or 2 matches. Would Palmer's creativity be absolutely perfect for unlocking Barcelona's high line? 100% yes. But here's the beautiful thing. We don't need to rely on just one player anymore. This Chelsea squad has evolved. We've got options. We've got pace. We've got players who can absolutely terrorise that Barcelona backline. Enter Alejandro Garnacho and Pedro Neto, without Cole Palmer. Who do you think will be Chelsea's most important player against Barcelona? Let me tell you about what happened just this past Saturday, November 8th. Chelsea absolutely demolished Wolves 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. And guess who was the star of the show? Alejandro Garnacho, the Argentine winger, who joined us from Manchester United in August for £40 million, put on an absolute clinic. 2 assists, 2 perfectly weighted crosses that led to goals. The kids showed pace, skill, vision, And most importantly, he showed he understands how to hurt teams that play a high line. First assist, 51st minute. Garnacho gets the ball on the left wing, uses his blistering pace to get into space, whips in a perfect cross, and Malo Gusto heads home his first ever goal for Chelsea. Beautiful, simple, effective. Second assist, even better. 73rd minute. Garnacho receives the ball, and watch this. He explodes past Santiago Bueno like the defender was standing still. Absolute lightning speed. He drives down the left, gets to the byline, looks up, and squares it perfectly for Pedro Neto to tap in against his former club. Chef's kiss. That's the kind of counter-attacking football that will destroy Barcelona. And speaking of Pedro Neto, this guy has been quietly brilliant this season. The Portuguese international joined us from Wolves in August 2024 for about £51 million, and he's proven his worth. He scored against his old club Wolves, showing no mercy, and he's been consistently dangerous with his pace and directness. Neto knows how to stretch defences, how to run in behind, and how to finish when it matters. Here's the thing about playing against the high line. You need players who can exploit the space in behind. You need pace. You need intelligent running. You need players who can time their runs to perfection. Garnacho and Neto have all of that and more. Remember when Chelsea played Tottenham under Mauricio Pochettino back in 2023? Spurs also love their high line under Ange Postecoglou, and we absolutely shredded them. We hit them on the counter again and again and again. That's the blueprint. That's exactly what we need to do to Barcelona. Barcelona's defenders, Pau Cubarsí, Eric Garcia, Ronald Araujo when fit, Jules Koundé, Alejandro Balde, they're all decent players. But here's their problem. When you play that high and you get caught out of position, there's so much space to exploit. One good pass, one well-timed run, and suddenly your striker is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It's that simple. Do you think Garnacho's pace alone can win us this game? Or do we need a complete team performance? Let me know. Chelsea's game plan should be crystal clear. Let Barcelona have the ball in their own half. Let them play out from the back, let them think they're controlling the game, and then bang. Hit them on the counter with Garnacho and Neto's pace. One long ball from Enzo Fernandez or Moises Caicedo, one quick transition, and we're in behind that high line before they can even react. The beauty of this approach is that it doesn't require us to dominate possession. We don't need to out-Barcelona in their own game. We just need to be clinical. We need to be smart. We need to use our weapons effectively. And let's not forget about our other attacking players. João Pedro has been in good form. Estevao is a teenage sensation who can change games from the bench. And even though Liam Delap is still finding his feet after injury, he offers something different as a striker. We've got options. We've got depth. We've got the tools to hurt Barcelona multiple ways. Defensively, yeah, we've got our own issues. 16 goals conceded in 23 matches. Isn't terrible, but it's not great either. Levi Colwill is out for the season after ACL surgery, which is a massive blow. Wesley Fofana and Trevoh Chalobah will likely be our centre-back partnership, and they'll need to be at their absolute best. Robert Sanchez in goal needs to command his area and make the saves when called upon. But here's what gives me confidence. Barcelona's attack, while talented, isn't as fearsome as it once was. Marcus Rashford joined them on loan from Manchester United and is still finding his rhythm. Lamine Yamal has been brilliant at times but inconsistent. Robert Lewandowski is getting older. Rafinha blows hot and cold. This isn't the Barcelona of Messi, Suarez and Neymar. This is a very beatable Barcelona team, especially when they're leaving acres of space behind their defence. The tactical battle between Enzo Maresca and Hansi Flick will be fascinating. Maresca has shown he's willing to adapt his tactics game by game. Sometimes we play possession-based football. Sometimes we hit teams on the break. The key is identifying what works against each opponent and executing the game plan perfectly. Against Barcelona, the game plan should be defensive, solidity, quick transitions, and pace. Lots and lots of pace. Garnacho running at tired defenders in the second half. Neto stretching the back line with his movement. Quick 1-2s in the final third. Crosses into the box for Pedro or Delap. It's not complicated, but it needs to be executed with precision. What's your predicted scoreline for this massive match? Drop it in the comments. I'm going bold with a 3-1 Chelsea victory. This game is massive for both teams. It's not just about the 3 points, although those are crucial for progressing in the Champions League. It's about pride. It's about showing Europe that you're still a force to be reckoned with. For Chelsea, it's a chance to prove that despite the inconsistency, when it matters most, we can rise to the occasion. For Barcelona, it's about stopping the bleeding and showing that their tactical approach can work against quality opposition. The atmosphere at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday night will be electric. The Champions League nights under the lights at the Bridge are special. The crowd will be absolutely bouncing. Barcelona will feel that pressure from minute one. And when Garnacho and Neto start running at that high line, when they start exposing that space, the noise will be deafening. This is what Chelsea Football Club is all about. Big games, big moments, big performances on the European stage. We've won this competition before. We know what it takes. And with 2 pacey wingers ready to absolutely F that Barcelona high line, we've got every chance of getting a statement victory. The pieces are in place, the tactics are clear, the players are ready. Now it's time for Chelsea to deliver. Come on, you Blues. Let's show Barcelona what speed and intelligence can do to an arrogant highline. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your predictions in the comments below. Let's get this Blues family hyped for Tuesday night. Come on, Chelsea!